Let us try to solve the exercise number 3 in the part B of our programming lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to write our script to compute the regression equation of y on x from the following data. Now, the data that they have provided is here. They have provided the data in a tabular format, and they have given the value of x and the corresponding value of y. And what they have asked is we are supposed to predict the value of y when x is equal to 7. You will notice that x equal to 7 is not shown in the table that they have provided, and they expect us to find the value of y when the x value is 7. So they want us to find what is the value of this y when x is equal to 7, and they want us to do it in the R programming. So let's try to do that thing. So first of all, let us, I'm going to just show you what they expect us to do it. Now this, what they have given is a equation of a straight line. So this is the equation for a straight line. What is the meaning of that is you have the x-axis and y-axis. So we have this x-axis and y-axis, and there is a line that is passing from in this one, and there will be some x values over here. So you have x values. For the value of an x, you know that there will be a corresponding value of y. So there will be some value of y. So this is what they have given. So given the value of x, if x is equal to 2, what is the value of y? According to them, the value of y is 18. So this is what they have given. Remember, this is not the straight line that you're going to get. You're going to get the line in the negative slope. But let us try to just recall what are the things. This line is decided by the slope, and the slope, you know very well, dy by dx is the slope, and this is the dy. Where is my mouse pointer? Okay, this is the dy. Okay, this is dy, and this is dx. Okay, so this is what they have it there. Now let's. I'm going to use the Excel and this to try to get the plot, how it is going to look like. So you are already familiar with the Excel. I will just put the Excel here, and I'm going to go to the data. Let me just click on this data, and I wanted to, yeah, and let me come to this insert. And in the insert, you know that there are a lot of graphs are there. I'm going to select the scatter graph. You can select any of the scatter graphs, and I'm going to just select the scatter graph here, and this is what is the plot. So for a given value of x, the value of y is this one. So given value of x, the value is this one, y is 12. You can notice that. So the one that you are going to get, the line that you are going to get is, as I've told you, is a line with the negative slope. So it's going to be slanted in the other way around. So in Excel, we have an option to get that thing. So let me go over here, and let me select the one with this one. I think that will be the, and you have a lot of option over here. So you can get many option in that particular thing. You can get the title here, you can get the points here, you can get so many things over here. I'm going to select this one because it's going to show me many things. So let me just drag it here and make it slightly bigger. I'm going to just pull it out so that it's not really, but you have this quick layout and you get this option. Now remember, this is not the one that you are supposed to do it. You are not supposed to show anything in the Excel. You are supposed to show it in the R, but for the explanation purpose, I'm using this. Now what the Excel will do is, Excel is going to give you entire option over here. So Excel has drawn the regression line over here. That is the line that represents the almost. So with respect to this line, this distance, so what it is doing is it will take the average distance, and on an average distance it is going to draw this line. So it's going to draw that line, and the equation of this line is y is equal to minus 3.4x into 18. So what does this 18 indicates is, suppose if I extend this line is going to touch this 18 here. So it's going to cut the y-axis at 18. So that is what is this 18, that is the y-intercept. So y-intercept in this case will be 18. So this will be the line going to touch that. What is minus 3.14 is the slope of this line. So slope, you know very well, slope is dy by dx. So you have this part as a dy, and this one is dx. So you get this slope of the line over here. Okay. Once you get the equation of the line, once you get this equation of the line, if you substitute the value of x, which is they have said that what is the value of x when x is equal to 7, what is the value of y. So if you get this equation, that is y is equal to minus 3.4x plus 18x. If you substitute the value of x equal to 7 here in this equation, whatever value you are going to get will be the value of y. So if you try to do it, so almost here you get the this is 6, this is 7. You notice that this is 6 and 7. So you are going to get in between. If I draw a line over here, somewhere like this. So this is rough line that I'm drawing. So this is going to be the 7. Just assume that that is a 7 here, and correspondingly, if I try to get this some point over here, you will notice that this is going to be nearly 8.5, 8.6, so somewhere it's going to, remember this is 9 here, so this is 8, 9, 10, so somewhere 8.5, 8.6, something you are going to get there. So roughly you are going to get the value there. Now how do you do it in the R? So that is what is a very interesting one. So let us try to get it in R, and then I'm going to do it in the other one. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to start the R programming. And if you want to if you want to save the file and for your future work, just go here, file, and then you say new file. So you go here, file and new file, and you get the new file. It is always advisable that you start with the new file, new R script. So you have actually you can also create a C script here, but that's all a different story here. Let's go here and let's say I want to create this R script over here, and let's start with that. So I'm going to first take these values. Which are these values? That is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 12. So I'm going to first create two vectors corresponding to the value of that thing. So I'm going to say x is equal to, and let me do that thing. So x is equal to, I've slightly zoomed in for you so that you can see that thing. I'm going to type all these values. So which are these values? 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 11. So let me try that thing. 2, not 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 11. So that is the number that they have given. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 11. Okay, that is the first vector that I have. Let me type y is equal to, again I'm going to create one other vector y, and I'm going to type these values. What are these values? 18, 12, 10, 8, 7, 5. So this is 18, 12, 10, 8, 7, and 5. Okay, so this is 18, 12, 10, 8, 7, and 5. So these are the values of the y. So how do we build this one? So how did this Excel created that line over here? So how did it created it? So actually it created a linear regression on that thing. Excel does it directly. I don't have to say anything to the Excel. I just say plot the scatter graph and Excel will do the needful thing. But when it comes to the if, R, you have to say that you create a linear regression model. So how do I create a linear regression model? Let me store that model in a variable y. To create a linear regression model, we have LM. LM is going to create a linear regression model. You can always get the help. I don't have internet connection over here. Let me try to get it, whether it is there, because I don't have the net connection now. It may be difficult me to get it if it is not there. So this you notice at learning online. So I don't have the help with the other one. Otherwise, you can just click on here and get the help on LM. It's going to tell you what is LM all about and so on. But LM is a linear model. That's it. That is linear regression model. In this model, we have to say what is the relationship. So I'm going to say the value of y, which is the outcome. It depends. You have to use this tilde over here on the value of x. So that is it. So where x is the predictor, so x will decide the value of y. So that is the meaning of it. So you are just asking it to create a linear model of y. So a linear model in which y value is dependent on x. So you give the value of y, and it's going to create the value of based on the value of x, y value will be created. So that is the idea over here. So this is the x value, and corresponding to the x value there is some y value that is given to there, and based on that you try to fit the relationship. What is the relationship between x and y? So if you're wondering what do I mean by saying that there is a relationship. So suppose say this is the time that you spend. So let me say that thing. So this is the time on social media. So what is your social media? Is your all the Facebook, the Twitter, the Twitter. Anyway, you may not be using it, but the other one that is your Insta and others. So this is the time that you spent on your social media, and this is the marks that you are going to get. So this will be your marks in what is this in your final subject. Okay, so that is the relationship. So that I have this, I think it went off. So this is the relationship. That means to say that if you spend more time, so if you spend more and more time on the what is that on your social media, your final marks will keep on decreasing. So that is what is the meaning of it. I just collapsed. Let me go back. What happened to this? Excel is not responding. Let's see. Okay. Anyhow, it is not responding. Let me not bother about it. Let's go back to the model. So once I get this model, I can use the simple one that I can use is the print. Okay, I can print this model and find out what is this model all about. So it's going to just print it. So if I select all of them, so let me see, and if I select everything, and if I say run, where is it gone? Run. So you are going to get the y-intercept. You notice that y-intercept is 18.4, and the ax, the slope is 3.14. This is as given by the Excel. So Excel also says that this is the y is slope is minus 3.14, and the y-intercept is this one. So let me. I'm not able to select that thing. Okay, this is your marks. So if you spend more time on your social media, like if you spend 2 hours, your marks will be roughly 14. If you spend 4 hours, your marks will decrease and it's going to become 12. And if you spend 6 hours, so your marks will become 8 and 10. Suppose if you don't spend any time on your social media, that is, if you spend 0 hours, what will be the marks? Marks in this case is 18.04. Now, some of you may be wondering, how can that happen? So, if I don't use Insta, if I don't use Facebook, if I don't watch YouTube or anything for that matter, how is that I am going to get 18? So, you will get 18 because if you just don't watch the social media, that doesn't mean that you are going to, somehow your brain is going to get all the answers for all the questions. It is not possible. You have to keep on studying. So if you simply say that I won't watch the social media, that doesn't mean that you're going to get 100 marks. In that case, all the people who don't have the mobiles will always get 100. That is not the case. Without this, you may, this is just, I'm just telling you that this is not reality. Don't take it for real, just an example. So without your social media, on your own, you have the capability of getting 18. And if you want to get 100, then you have to start reading the books, preparing notes, revising for the exam, and then you will get the remaining 80 marks which are there, that you're going to get it later. So this is the idea that we have. So as you spend more time, okay, as you spend more time on your social media, so this is the relationship. As you spend more time on your social media, what is this coming in between? Okay, so I'm not very sure what it is trying to do. So as you spend more time on your social media, your marks keeps on decreasing. So you'd have got 18, then if you spend more time, 14, 16. So that is what is the relationship. When X value increases, when the time on the social media increases, marks on the your final results will keep on decreasing. So this is what is called as a negative. That is why you notice that there is a negative sign over here. Okay, it's a negative relationship. Okay, so if I plot the graph saying that if you spend more time in studying and preparing for the exam, as you spend more time, your marks will increase. So this will be the positive slope. So if you spend more and more and more time on your studies, your marks will keep on increasing. So this is the positive slope. This is positive slope. Whereas for this line, the slope is negative. So that is the idea that you have there. Now this is what let's come back to this R. This is what the R says. Okay, that is the intercept. That is 18.4 is the intercept. What is the meaning of saying intercept? Is where this particular line will intercept the y-axis. Okay, so that is what is the intercept. So at x equal to 0, in other words, when x value, so this is the x value. So when x value is 2, 4, 6, the value is decreasing. At x equal to 0, this one, what is the value of y? That is what is the intercept. What is that is what is intercept? That is 18.4. What is this slope? Is this one. So this is one slope. If I draw a line like this, the slope will be different. Dy by dx will be different. If I draw, suppose let's for your understanding, suppose if I get a draw a line like this, that is when x equal to 0, y is 10. When x equal to 2, y is 10. When x equal to 4, y is and so on and so forth. So this is constant. You notice that y value is always 10 for this line. Yeah, when the x is 0, x is 2, x is 3, x is 4, and x is 12, y is always 10. So what is this relationship? This relationship says that there is no relationship between x and y. So it is like your mother is watching the Nagin serial. Okay, and if your mother is watching the Nagin serial for your mother or sister or somebody is watching the Nagin serial for 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, that has nothing to do with your marks. Okay, your marks will not change if they watch the Nagin serial or if they don't watch the Nagin serial. So that is what is called as independent. Y is independent of x. So your sister, if you take them x or mother or all of them are x values. If they watch the social, if they are you putting some photos in social media like Facebook or any other things, that has nothing to do with your studies. That is what is called as independent variable. So it is like if I prepare more and more and more videos, and if you don't watch the video, your marks will not change altogether. You will be the same person. So it is not like if I put 10 videos your marks will increase. Your marks may not increase because you don't watch the video at all. So that is the idea. So when you get this straight line like this, there is no relationship. So if at all you want a relationship, the lines must be slightly slanted, either this way, that is the negative slope, or this way, that is the positive slope. In any case, the line must be there. So you got this y-intercept. So I got the model. There is one other one that you can use, that is the summary. You can also put the summary on y. This is not really required for your examination. Don't put that. I just put that summary of y. So if you put the summary, I'm directly typing here because that is not really required. You get lot of things. You get the residual, you get the standard errors and so on, t-value, and all the detailed explanation you are going to get it. But that is not required as such for your practical exam. Unnecessarily don't do that thing. Now Excel has drawn this plot over here. Can I get the plot in R? So the idea is, yeah, the answer is yes, you can always get the plot of x on y. So you can just say that thing. So if I just run this whole script now, just to be very precise, you are going to get the plot. Okay. Okay. Let's see, where is the plot there? What is it saying? That the figure margins are too large. Yeah, that means I have to slightly decrease, I suppose. Now if I this one, so let's see. Okay. Oh, I think my machine is not responding to the extent that I want it to do it. But in any case, I would plot it like this. So let me draw it one more time. Let's see. Okay, so this is what you get. The reason last time why it didn't showed up is just saying that I can't show the graph in when you zoom out. So that is what it is saying. So I try to zoom out because you see, otherwise you can't see what I'm typing here. So this is the plot, and if you notice that this is the same plot that Excel has also drawn for you. You notice that Excel has also drawn, but you see it like this. Now if you want that Excel has put the dot here. If you want to increase the size of that plot and other things, you can do it. So if you say ECX equal to say 3, and that is the size of that dot that you are getting over here. And if I run it, but the problem is that this, let me slightly do that thing. Now this is an advertisement from that dirty, okay, what is this? I think I put the, okay, forgot to put the comma there. Okay, if I just run it, you see that it has become very large. So I can do that thing. This is to increase that thing. Suppose if you want the different symbols. So if I say, I don't know, if I just say 15, this is just a number. And if I run this thing, you see that dot, you will get it for you have 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. You can, if you just say 9, I don't know, 19 is there or not. I don't know whether it's still there or not. You see that it is coming dot. Okay, this is not really required. Don't waste your time during the examination by putting. So I'm going to just remove this one. Not really required. Just simply waste your time on that. You have plotted it. Okay, now let's try to draw that line. This Excel has drawn a line like this, blue colored line or dotted line or anything. So can I get the same thing in my R? So is it possible? So you can get the line. So how do I do that thing? So you draw a straight line. How do you draw a straight line? By using AV line. Okay, and let me say the model that I'm going to use is the M, the model that I've just created. Remember, the model is saved in M now. So, and that is what I'm printing. Okay, so this is the M. And if you want to use a color, E is equal to, let's say blue. I think blue is there. Done. red, blue, green, anything you can do it, and then just run it, and you get that like Excel how it has done. Let me just make it slightly bigger so that you can see it. Okay, so you have a, you can notice over here you have this minimize, maximize, you know very well the Windows stories. So this story will be there. So this is what you have the line. Now the question is what will be the value of the, again, if you want to increase the width of this line, you can do that thing. Again, it is not really required, but if you just want, line width is equal to, say, I think this is 3. So let's try to do that thing. You see, slightly longer. Remember, this is not required. This part is not really required, and this just put one color. That's a color. Let it be there. Now, if you want to draw a line, what will be the line? So let's say I want to predict at what is this, at x is equal to 7, what is the value of y? So if I want to say, if you want to draw that line, you can also do that particular thing there, okay, by drawing a straight line. That's it. Now let us try to go for the other one. So you got the relationship. What is the relationship? You have the coefficient, this one 18, the intercept 18.4, and the slope is 1.34. And what is so your the straight line is so this is straight line. I hope I have not told you, but everybody knows that particular thing. So this equation, what is this equation is this equation is y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, you know that, where m is the slope and c is the intercept, and this is the equation for a straight line. Hope I didn't tell you, but I thought it was obvious. But some of you, if you are not getting it, it is a straight line. Y equal to mx plus c is the one that it is trying to predict. So m value is minus 3.4 here, and c is 18.4 here. So you have done that thing. Now let us try to predict the value of y when the x value is 7. So if the x is 7, what will be the value of y? So that is what is the prediction. So can we predict it? Let's go to this R Studio, and let me say the value of n is let's say n1 is 7, n or n1, whatever you take, any variable, n1 is 7. Let's try to, because I need the value to be printed, I'm going to store that point here. So point where this is x equal to 7, the point where the y value, what is the point where it is going to touch the y axis. So I'm going to store it in the variable y. So y is equal to, I'm going to say predict, I want to predict it. So predict the value, and you give the model, and you cannot just give the value 7 here. It is not possible. You have to give it in the data frame. So let me say a new data frame is, so how do I create the data frame? You say data dot frame. So you create the data frame, and you say x value is 7. What is the variable? You can say 7, or you can just say that one. And after that, I'm going to just print it, because I've stored it in that variable. I'm going to say print the value of this point. So in other words, I'm saying that when the value of x is 7, so when the, what is this, when the value of x is where is this, so when the value of x is 7, so this is 7, x is 7 here, so x value is 7 here. What is the value of y? This is what I'm saying, and that value, whatever value you are getting over here, that value I'm storing it in p, and then I'm printing the value of p here. So let me select all of them, and let me run it and just show you what will be the value of that. So you notice that the value of that is x is equal to 8.66. Some value you are going to get when you have this x here. Okay. So you can get this one again in Excel. Also you have all the values. So if you want the slope, if you want the intercept, you can always get the thing over here in Excel. Also you can find out that, but here we are supposed to do it that. Okay. Now again, the idea over here is, let me slightly do it. You can, it is here I am getting only one value, that is 8.66. Suppose if you want to get the value of many other things, okay, apart from this, suppose if you say what will be the value of ex, I'm going to directly type it over here. This is not required again for your examination. So what will be the value of x, the value of y when x is equal to 7, when x is equal to 8, when x is equal to 9 and 10 and so on and so forth. So something like that. So here I've just got the value for 7. You can get the value for 7, 8, 9, 10 by giving a vector altogether. So you just provide the vector here instead of putting a variable. You just put the vector and it's going to do it. I'm going to just run it and I'm going to show the last one. See, the first value when y is this is when x is 7, this is the value. When x is 8, this is the value. When x is 9, this is the value, and x is 10, you get the values. Okay, directly you get the values there. So it is not that, again, that's not there, just for the explanation I have done it. So I'm not going to show you this one. So this is what you have to do it in your R programming. So you just have to do it, do this one in the R programming. But during the examination, it is not enough if you just to show this one. You are going to get how much you are going to get. Let's see. So R script, you are going to get only 5 marks. So if you write this 5 lines of code, 5 or 6 lines of code, you are going to just get 5 lines. You have to manually solve it on your answer script. You have to manually write it and then show the result. That will carry more marks. So how do you do it? So how do you get the value of the regression coefficient? So the regression coefficient, you can get it by doing by solving it manually. So this is what you can get it. So let me just put it over here. So you get the value of x and y. Then what are the things that you must get? You must get the x square in order to solve. So if you look at I have done it in Word. So the coefficient of regression, just taken it as CR, is n into xy minus that is summation n into summation xy minus summation x into summation y divided by n into summation x square minus this much. So this, I think there is x bar that is missing over there. There was that x bar was there. Anyway, let's not bother about that particular thing. So this is our equation. So n into summation xy minus n into x into summation x into n minus summation x into summation y divided by n into summation x square minus summation x square x whole square. So this is the equation. Let us try to get to all the values. So I need the summation of x, summation of y, summation of x square, and do I need a summation y square? So let's say I think, do I need anywhere? I'm not sure whether I need that value. I think I don't need that value. Okay, so let me, if it's required, I'm going to get that value. So let's go over here and let's get the x square. What is x square? In Excel, you know that x square is x into x. Remember, don't do it this way in the examination. You have to use the calculator and do it. So this will be the x square. And what is the summation of it? I'm going to go to the home here and I have the summation here and I'm going to just press enter. That will be the value of x square. I think I missed it by miles together. I think this was it. And I'm supposed to go over here and there is some problem with the Excel. You notice that the home is not coming. Okay, something is missing there. But anyhow, I've started recording the video. I want to try to correct the problems of Excel. Let's try to get this xy. xy. I'm going to get the value of xy. How do you get the value of xy? Xy is very simple. This x into y. So you get that xy. And I'm going to just drag it. Okay. And just put the here, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to say sum of this, and I get 293. So done that thing. Let's get this x bar. So I'm going to get the value of average of x. I'm going to just say average of x because I can't draw the bar there in the in my Excel. It's going to be a bit challenging, but so how do you get the x bar? X bar is nothing but summation of x. Let me get this summation of x here. That's the summation of x and the summation of y. I'm going to just drag it in here. You know very well. You use the Excel. So summation of x is sum of x divided by n. So this is the summation. Where is the sum? Summation x square, that is 36. That's what I'm getting here. Divided by total numbers. What are this? How many points are there? So if you just select from here to here, and actually if you select here, Excel will actually tell you both the answers here. Okay. So you notice Excel right at the bottom. You just select here. Excel is going to say what is the average, what is the count, and what is the sum. Excel is intelligent enough to do it, but I'm only going to take the count here. Okay, I'm going to take the count here. That is 6. What is the meaning of 6 here? There are 6 points are there. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 points. Remember this one. Let me make it as bold and maybe change the color so that you won't get confused. These are the sum that I've calculated. So this is the sum. 36 was the total of this one. 60 is the total of this, sum of this. 256 is the sum of these values, x square, and this is it. So these are all the sum values. So this is, let me just say, these are sum values. Okay. Now what is this? Sum by count. So that is what you are saying. Sum is 36 by 6 points are there. So I'm going to just write here. So sum is 36 divided by 6. You are going to get the value of 6. So what is the average of y? Do I need average of y? I'm not sure. Let me just say average of y. So again, sum by count. So this is the same thing. Sum by count. What is the sum in this case? In this case, the y value, the sum is 60. Okay, divided by total number of points are 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 60 by 6, it's going to be 10. So that is what you have. So you got the average, you got this one. Let me substitute this value in the equation. So I have it in Microsoft Word. I've done some homework here, and I am directly doing it here. So n, which is 6. So 6 points are there. Remember, 6 points are there. So altogether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points are there. So n into summation xy. What is this summation xy? The total of this is 293. So n into 293 minus summation x into summation y. So what is this summation x? You know very well. Sum of this is 36. Summation of this, sum of this is 60. 36 into 6. 36 into 60 divided by n, which is 6 number of points, into x square. So x square, what is x square is 266. So this is the value 266 minus summation x. What is this? The summation x, sum of the values of x, which is 36. 36 square. Okay. If you solve this equation, if you try to do this solve this equation, you are going to get the value as 3.14. If you really want to do that, you can try that thing. I have already so if at all you want to do it, you can try that thing. So if I just say equal to, we put the bracket because Excel is not happy with what I'm doing. So let me do that. So this is put it here, 6 into summation xy, that is summation xy. This is summation xy. So this is summation xy. I will not show it again. Okay. Minus summation x, that is 36, into 60, that is the summation y. Let me put this, remove this bracket because BODMAS will anyhow take care of this, divided by n into, that is 6 into, okay, xy, summation xy, that is this. Why did I take this one? Let me just this is not okay. Suppose C10. Okay, done. Okay, now I got confused there. Where did I use this value? E10. Okay, let's say E10 minus, okay, EX, summation x whole square, summation x into summation x. I think I have used it here. Okay, so then done. Okay, hopefully my formula is correct. So my formula is not proper. Let me try that thing. So this is let me try it from the beginning. So n into, what was it? Let me quickly go. N into xy, summation xy minus summation x summation y, n into x square minus that. Okay, so let's let me try that thing. N into summation xy, let me try that. N into summation xy, so that is one part, minus okay, summation x into summation y divided by okay, n into summation x square. So this is, I think I made a mistake here, summation x square minus summation of x, summation of x. So this is it. So this is what I was doing. So summation x square into summation x into x. So this is what I have done. So let me press enter. So you got the value as minus 3.14. So that is the slope and intercept. Actually you can get it directly over here. So if you say intercept, and you have to give the value, remember first you have to give the value of x and you have to give the value of y. So you get the intercept. Excel will tell you what is the intercept. This is 18.04. And if you want the slope of the line, what I got was the slope of the line. Get the value of x, get the value of y, comma, get the value of x. So Excel will do it for you. Okay, minus 3.14. This is the slope that you got it, and that is the intercept that you've already seen it in the graph also. So Excel does it directly, but you have to do it manually during the examination. So you got that one. You got the, what is this, the coefficient of regression, CR, let me call it. You got this is a CR. This value is CR, that is 3.14. Using that equation, put it in the equation of the line. What is the equation of the line? Y is equal to m into x. Suppose if you have two lines over here, y minus y bar is equal to m into x. Let me say y into, let's say y2 minus y1 is equal to m into x2 minus x1. So if you are wondering how did I got that thing, if you are still wondering, you have not studied, in that case you have not studied this one in your 10th standard. So if I say y1 is so let's say y2 is equal to m into x2. This is an equation for straight line. This is y is equal to mx plus c. I have taken the point as this one. So again I'm going to say y1 is equal to m into x1. Okay, you got that thing. Subtract this. So what you get in this case, y2 minus y1. So y2 minus y1 is equal to m is common into m is common. This is not n. M is common. This is x2 minus x1. So you just subtract it. Okay, so that is it. X2 minus x1. Okay, that's the same equation that is written here. This is the equation that we written here, but only thing is we are going to take this y value as average of y and x value as average of x. So you have to get that x bar and y bar. That is why I wanted this x bar and y bar. So I have taken this x bar and I have y bar. So let's substitute this in the equation. I have done it this time. I know the video is going to be slightly longer, so I've just substituted that y minus y bar equal to coefficient of regression x into x bar. Coefficient of regression you have already calculated here, and you got the value as minus 3.14. I have substituted that minus 3.14. What is the average of y? We have already calculated the average of y. If you are wondering, just select it and just go here and Excel without telling anything. Excel will tell you that the average is 10. Excel will directly tell you that average is 10. Right at the bottom it's going to show you the average is 10. Similarly, if you select the x value, so it's going to tell you what is the sum and average directly here. Without you telling, Excel will do it for you. So this is x value is average is 6, y value I have also calculated. The average of y is 10. So average of y is 10 and average of x is 6. So this is x2. Here what I have written was y2 minus y1. So it is y minus y bar equal to slope into x minus x bar. That is the equation. Now what you are going to do is just get this minus 10, get it onto the other side. So when this minus sign will become plus, so you get this one as plus. So you got this one as plus. I just shifted this minus to the other side. That's it of the equality. So it becomes a plus. And then multiply this 3.1 into x. So this is 1.34 into x into 1.34 into 6. And that plus was as it is. Now you take your calculator and find what is the total of 1.34 into 6 plus 10. You will get that value as 18.04. So this is what you are going to get it. And that is the equation of the straight line. So this is y is equal to, this is the slope m into x plus the intercept. Okay, that is the equation. You got this value there, and if you look at the Excel, and Excel has already created that equation, y is equal to minus 3.1 into 18.04. That's the equation. Now you want to know what is the value of this what is this x when x is equal to 7. What is the value of y when x is equal to 7? So the value of y when x is equal to 7, you just substitute it here. So instead of x, you just substitute the value of this. So x is equal to minus 1.34 into 7. I want to predict the value of x when x equal to 7. So I just substitute x equal to 7 in this equation. So in this equation, instead of x, I substitute the value of 7 and I calculate 8.66. Okay, this is what you are supposed to do it. In your record book, you have to write this whole thing. I have not written this whole thing. I think this y square summation is not required. You just drop that thing. It's not really required. So you just calculate this, show this table, not from the Excel, from on your record book. You show this table. Okay, that table you have to show it, and you show the step for calculating the x bar, step for calculating y bar, step for calculating the coefficient of regression, step for getting the equation of the straight line, that is the linear equation model, and the value for x. Also the one that you have written here, that the one that I have shown over here, this whole thing, Okay, you show it in your record book. And also the output, I have not shown the output that you are getting, not this one. The output one is the first one is this one. Let me run it and then show it, so that will be easier for you. So just I'm going to delete it. I'm going to keep what is really required. Only 5 lines are required. Just run it, and you have to write the output. Print m, you are going to get it. Okay, so what is this? This one, print this model, you're going to get this value. And the last one, n is equal to 7, I think. I deleted that. Let me just copy it from here, rather than you waiting for me to type the whole thing. I'm going to just print the value of predict and print the value, and this is the output, and finally output is 8.66. So this is what you are also getting there, 8.66. So during the examination, this y value and this value what you are getting here should match definitely. So this is what you are supposed to do it in your practical exercise. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.